Very good morning to all my dear students. Welcome to St. Anne's Public School, Bagpat. Online economics classes, part 19, class 12 commerce. As you know that we are working from our home. So my dear student, today we will discuss chapter number 6, money, which is from macroeconomics book. As you know that in my previous video we have discussed quantitative instruments, and you know that there are five types of quantitative instruments. First, bank rate. Second, repo rate. Third is reverse repo rate. Fourth is open market operation, and fifth is legal reserve requirements. And legal reserve requirement has two parts. First, cash reserve ratio, and second is statutory liquidity ratio. But today we will discuss qualitative instruments. Today we will discuss qualitative instruments. Qualitative instruments means these instruments are used to regulate the direction of credit. It means that you know that quantitative instruments are used to regulate the amount of credit. But in qualitative instruments are used to regulate the direction of credit in an economy. See, in qualitative instruments we are going to discuss first of all margin requirements. See, it is the difference between the amount of loan and market value of the security offered by the borrower against the loan. It means, again I am repeating, it is the difference between the amount of loan and market value of the security offered by the borrower against the loan. Means this line is most amount of loan market value of the security offered by the borrower against the loan. See, if the margin fixed by the central bank is 30%, means margin requirement fixed by the central bank is 30%, then commercial banks are allowed to give only loan up to 70%, allowed to give loan only up to 70% of the value of security. It means that commercial banks it means that commercial banks will cut 30%. Commercial banks will cut 30% of the security of the, or you can say from the value of security. See, again, I'm repeating here. See, it is the difference between the amount of loan and market value of the security offered by the borrower against the loan. You know that this line is most important: amount of loan and market value of the security. See, offered by the borrower against the loan. If the margin fixed by the central bank is 30%. Let's take an example to understand this. See, suppose value of security rupee 1000 and margin requirement fixed by the central bank. Margin requirement fixed by the central bank, suppose 30%. 30% means commercial bank will give loan up to only 70%. 70%. See, value of security means rupee 1000 and margin requirement means 30%. See, 30% of 1000 will be rupee 300. Rupee 300. It means that you know that market value of security is 1000 and margin requirement is 30% and 30% of 1000 will be rupee 300. See, now commercial bank will cut 300 rupees and will give loan up to only 700, means 70% of 1000 will be 700. See here, see, it is the difference between the amount of loan. Amount of loan means, according to my example, 700. Amount of loan, commercial bank will give loan up to only 70%, means rupees 700. And market value of the security offered by the borrower against the loan, market value of security is rupee 1000, and margin requirement is 30%. It means that if the margin fixed by the central bank is 30%, then commercial banks are allowed to give loan only up to 70% of the value of security. Suppose Axis money supply situation in an economy. Then central bank increases, we can say central bank will increase margin requirement from 30% to 40%. 30% to 40% in case of Axis money supply. See, 30% to 40%. Now, according to 30%, commercial bank will give loan up to only 70%, means, and your value of security is rupee 1000. Commercial bank, according to 30%, you can say commercial bank will cut 30% of your value of security, and commercial bank will give loan up to only 70%. Loan up to 70% means, according to 30%, commercial bank will give loan up to only 70 rupee. Rupee 700. But according to 40%, commercial bank will cut 40% of your security. Value of security means 400, and commercial bank will give loan up to only rupee 600. I hope all of you have understood. In case of Axis money supply situation, RBI will increase margin requirement like from 30% to 40%. But see, in case of deficient of money supply, RBI will decrease 30% to 20%. From 30% to 20% means, see, in case of deficient money supply, means RBI commercial bank will cut according to this 30% of your value of security and give loan up to only 700, means rupee 700. But see, margin requirement decreased from 30% to 20%. Now commercial bank will cut 20% of your value of security, means rupee 1000, and then give loan up to only 80%, because 20% will cut and 80% will be given out. So 20% of or 80% of 1000 will be rupee 800. Means now commercial bank will give loan up to only rupee 800 because margin requirement decreased from 30% to 20%. I hope all of you have understood what is the role of margin requirement in case of excess money supply situation and in case of deficient money supply situation. It is the difference between the amount of loan and market value of the security offered by the borrower against the loan. If the margin fixed by the central bank is 30%, means always remember margin requirement fixed by the central bank. See, we are taking an example to understand this theory. See, value of security is rupee 1000, value of security rupee 1000 offered by the borrower against the loan. See, after the margin requirement fixed by the RBI or you can say central bank is 30%. Now commercial bank, you can say it is legally compulsory for the commercial bank to cut. It is legally compulsory for commercial bank to cut 30% of value of security and 70%, or you can say, and commercial bank can give loan up to only 70% because commercial banks have to cut 30% of your value of security in form of margin requirement. Means according to my example, commercial bank will cut rupee 300 from the value of rupee 1000 and commercial bank will give loan up to only 70%, mean rupees 700. But see, this is the normal condition. But see, in case of excess money supply, you know that in case of excess money supply, RBI will always increase all rates and all rates except reverse repo rate. See, RBI, suppose RBI increases margin requirement from 30% to 40%, means according to 30%, commercial bank will give loan up to only 70%. According to this means rupee 700, and according to this means commercial bank will give loan up to only 60%, means rupee 600. Excess money supply situation. In case of excess money supply situation, it means that what does it mean? It means that cost of borrowing, you can say, this leads to increase in cost of borrowing. This leads to increase in cost of borrowing for people from the commercial bank. I hope all of you have understood. See this, RBI increases margin requirement from decreases from margin requirement from 30% to 20% in case of deficient money supply. See, according to 30% means commercial bank will give loan up to only rupees 700, means 70%, and according to this means commercial bank will cut 20% of your value of security and 80% will give loan up to only, means rupee 800. According to 80%, rupee 800, what does it mean? It means that, listen, a margin requirement decreased from 30% to 20%. It means that this leads to decrease in cost of borrowing for people from commercial bank. I hope all of you have understood normal condition and excess money supply condition and deficient money supply condition. I hope all of you have understood. See, next point. See, an increase in margin requirements. An increase in margin requirement means, according to my example, from 30% to 40% reduces the borrowing capacity of commercial banks, and reduces the money supply and vice versa. Or you can say that reduces the borrowing capacity of people, and reduces the money supply and vice versa. Vice versa means a decrease in margin requirement increases the borrowing capacity of commercial banks and increases the money supply in an economy. I hope all of you have understood role of margin requirement to control money supply.